You know, I was thinking too, man, if I was on the show, I was just picturing my body in like a bathing suit next to these people. I was like, oh my God, it would be so disgusting. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Welcome to the Worst Asian Podcast, where a couple Asian American millennials give you our shitty opinions on all things Asian. My name is Lingjie, and I'm here with my co-host as per usual, Ben.
Yo, what's up, man?
I am cold.
Cold with excitement?
No, I'm just physically cold. For sound purposes, I turn off the heater, both the electric heater and the baseboard heater, just so we don't have any clinking, clanking, and air blowing noises in the back.
Dedication.
Yeah, because I do not like being cold. We get through the episode and like my hands are kind of frosty.
Yeah, that's like the first thing we're saying. Yo, turn on the heater, please.
Do you feel that?
Yeah, I'm like this right now. I'm like,
are you a winter person?
I hate the winter, dude. I hate it. I'm a summer guy. I love the summer.
Fine.
Yeah, it's just because like the winter, it's just cold, depressing. It gets dark. You know.
Yeah, a lot of people get what's that called? Winter depression?
Sad.
Yeah.
Seasonal.
Yeah. There's a much better technical name for it too.
Yeah, my bones hurt. That could just be because I'm fat.
Or it's because you're not taking enough calcium for you.
Yo, that's another thing too.
Another thing that I hate is reality TV. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, today's episode is based all on Ben's idea.
Yes.
Ben, you want to tell our lucky listeners and your unlucky co-host what we are talking about today.
Today, we are going to be going over the Netflix sensation. Not Squid Games, but something even more prolific. It is Singles Inferno.
I try not to be over-controlling, so I let Ben pick the idea for this week's thing.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to be more controlling in the future.
You just gotta be, open-minded. Try something new.
For our purposes today, we will not be spoiling this show whatsoever. Not to say there is much to spoil in a reality show.
First look reaction.
Just our general thoughts. You can listen to this full episode without having to watch the show. We'll just be giving our first thoughts, our first bitchings and rantings about the show. Mainly for me, I would say.
Either we're promoting it or we're just like dissuading them really hard at this point.
Yeah, in some ways, you'll finish this episode hopefully having that idea whether or not you want to.
Yeah, to be, you know what? I'll just take the check.
Reality TV is what you picked for today's segment.
Yes.
Do you even watch reality TV prior to Singles Inferno?
That was my thinking. The last reality show, I'm sure there are, I just didn't know that I enjoyed. What's the one with Gordon Ramsay? Is that even reality? The one
do you count cooking shows as reality TV?
The one where he had to save restaurants. You know what I'm talking about? They're failing and shit?
Yeah.
Fuck. What was it called?
Gordon Ramsay's Failing Kitchen Show.
Dude, you want to know something about that show? I think they did like a good amount of seasons, a lot of restaurants. The success rate of any of those restaurants coming back, 0%.
Is it?
Yeah. There was out of like, I think they did like at least 100. 2 were still open, and then they found out those ended up dying.
Is that a bit of foreshadowing for the success long-term relationship rate of some of these contestants on Singles Inferno?
Oh, that's a good segue, sir. Yes, that's exactly what I didn't mean to do. But yes.
For anyone that doesn't know, what exactly is this hit reality Korean show on Netflix called Singles Inferno?
So if you're a fan of Survivor and The Real World and Jersey Shore, you're going to be disappointed. Coming now.
What is the concept for Singles Inferno?
The concept of this show is you just take really good looking Korean people that have been enhanced plastically.
That's your opinion.
That is my opinion. My medical degree only goes so much. I'm going to assume, but that's another topic. But these lovely good looking people are stranded on an island in order to find love and leave to paradise. So they do a little challenges. And then from there, they just kind of try to figure out who they like. And then hopefully they leave together.
Is it just me, or I've never seen a Korean reality show like this?
This is the first of its kind in this style. You could say it's a little more provocative.
A little bit spicy, a little bit not safe for work.
Yeah, a little more kimchi, you know what I'm saying? That's what they threw in there. You know, that gochujang.
Ben is Korean. It's okay for him to say things like this.
Yeah, it's up for disclaimer. And,
Not racist, not being canceled at all.
But you're offended. I apologize. But I don't apologize. Not
So we had an island full of very good-looking Korean men and women.
Yes,
And
all
just
single.
this is very important. I am a married man. So in my eyes, all these women are disgusting.
You know, I feel much better now about like what I said. Yeah, I feel so much better. Let's go down together, bro. Let's go down.
I find none of them attractive whatsoever.
Allegedly.
Okay.
This is gonna be a good episode. I feel it already.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Now that I've put that disclaimer out there, that's for you, sweetie. I love you. Now I can talk more openly about it. So
Yes.
it's an island full of very good-looking Korean men and women.
Single.
They're there to supposedly find love. All the promotional material seems very hot and spicy.
Yes.
Very, very hot and spicy.
Spiciest.
So it is an island full of very attractive young Korean men and women, and they're there for the purposes of trying to hook up and
Find true love.
Find true love.
In the span of 9 days.
Is it 9 days?
They're only on the island for 9 days,
Okay.
dude.
The show itself is 8 episodes, right?
Yes.
And does it conclude after 8 episodes?
Yeah, it does. I did it for research purposes only.
Ben watched the full thing. I watched 6, 7 episodes, so I'm basically done. But
there.
Ben told me that there is no major plot twist.
I don't think so. Maybe someone else might disagree with me.
They're not all secretly siblings.
Yeah.
is that the plot twist?
It's like Old Boy times 100 and shit. For anyone that knows or watch Old Boy, I would recommend Old Boy.
So there's no plot twist at the end. That's fine. I can talk about it with basically full knowledge of it, even though I'm only 6, 7 episodes into it, and you're finished with the complete 8.
Yes, I am.
The show is wildly successful.
Yeah.
Even non-Asians are watching it.
Yeah.
You have any thoughts on why this show is so popular? Aside from it being like very clickbaity with the promotional stuff and the people being extremely good looking.
I think people are sort of like riding the high of like just if it's Korean. And you mentioned it before how it's the first of its kind. It's a little more provocative compared to like most shows. I don't think there's really like a type of dating show in Korean entertainment.
Does Korea have a variety show, reality show culture?
Yeah, they do.
They do? Okay.
The longest tenured one that's pretty well known is called Running Man.
Running Man?
Yeah, even parents watch it. It's the whole family can watch it. It's very G friendly. It's like Korean Disney level, I guess you can say.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
even
not
with the
young,
subtitles.
attractive Korean people running scandalously around the beach.
Yeah, this one is definitely like, I gotta sell sex. You know, like sexy time all the time.
Yeah, let's be straight up. Like that is the big selling feature. When you see the trailers for the show or when you see just the ads and everything, they're really just selling you that very sexualized, hot and spicy, not safe for work content.
Yeah. Whoever this PR team is, they did a really good job of selling this. And I kind of feel a little dismayed and betrayed. I don't know if you have.
From the initial trailers and after finishing the show?
Comparing to the trailers to watching the show, I was unfortunately expecting the worst. Like the way you watch it, I was like, oh, when I was watching, I was like, oh, this is going to be like sexy. There's like a scene in the trailer, so I don't think I'm spoiling anything. But there's like a scene where like it's in the bedroom and the guy's like, oh, can I sleep with you? I was like, oh, this is messy. This is spicy as fuck. You know, I was like, whoa, this is really, really controversial, especially in Korean culture. Like, like that is just shunned upon.
Yeah.
It's heavily shunned upon. I didn't know what I was gonna expect. You know, so I'm watching it. I'm like, when does it get like really raunchy?
Maybe your raunch meter was set a little bit too high.
It was. I felt played. I ended up leaving feeling this was a feel good story. Actually,
was it?
I don't want to spoil anything. But my impression of these people were, for most part, I think they're genuinely good people. I was surprised. You're going to find out when you watch it towards the end. Yeah. I think you're going to be like, oh man, maybe I was a little too hard on these people.
Well, obviously people are dressed very scandalously and there's a lot of washboard abs.
Yeah.
But not everyone's getting hot and steamy every single night. That's not the...
That's true.
Yeah, but to your point, they do advertise it like that's going to be the thing every single time. And you play up the whole sex card.
Yes.
I think it makes sense. People are on that Korean hype train right now, so...
Yeah. I like how it goes from like Squid Games where it's just like gory and depressing.
Yeah.
To like, oh, let's show the beautiful side on the island.
Yeah. Do you know what island they're on?
Oh shit, I have no fucking idea.
It's fine. I have no idea where they actually are, but I do know in Korea there's an island called Jeju.
Yes, so, I know Jeju. I actually, I was hoping you did.
So
I know Jeju Islands, yes.
for pod purposes, we're just gonna say they're on Jeju.
It's like, we're be the shittiest Christopher Columbuses. We're like, I now proclaim you Jeju again. It's like, yo, Jeju's right there, bro.
Does Korean have lots of islands?
Yeah, there are. Yeah.
Is it like Japan where they have lots and lots of small islands?
Not Japan level, but we have a good amount though.
Okay. But for this purposes, we'll just call this Jeju.
So Jeju 2.
Singles Inferno on Jeju Island.
Yes.
So the actual show itself. Let's just talk about some concepts of the show.
The part where I was starting out, it's kind of like Survivor in the sense that there are tasks, games, challenges, whatever you want to call it, that you have to perform. And the winners are rewarded by leaving the island with the partner of their choice.
And they go to another island.
Yes.
Jeju 2.
Jeju 2. Paradise. Jeju Paradise. Over there, they have all the amenity. It's like, if you've seen it, it's just this beautiful, huge mansion hotel thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they just get tons of food. They get air conditioning. And remember, so when they're on the island for just drinking water, there is a spring where they have to go get it too.
And they live their times in like this tiki kitchen, makeshift tiki kitchen thing outside, and they sleep in like a giant tent cottage thing.
Exactly,
right? Yes. It's basically glamping, just minus more food, right? Yeah. It's like glamping, but just with less food.
Right, exactly. And you're rewarded by going to the hotel and stuff. In the meantime, with the person you're with, you get to actually start asking the questions. The main one is, hey, how old are you?
Because one of the caveats is that when you're on the island, the shittier glamping island, you're not allowed to tell each other your age or your profession.
Right. You're not supposed to enclose anything like any personal information, pretty much.
You have to be very general.
Yes.
Because I think they're trying to impress each other just based on... I mean, they're all like half naked all the time, so I guess they're impressing each other on that. But I guess they cannot impress each other with their wealth or their success or their age.
Imagine just like lying out their ass about it.
So what else happens on Paradise Island?
Paradise Island is it's just a reward. So swim in the private pool, get to know each other, eat some delicious bomb food. The food looks amazing, by the way.
The food does look amazing.
Yeah, they get to drink as well.
Oh my God. I think that was my favorite character from this whole series. The alcohol.
You would win every challenge. You're like, wait, there's free booze on the shit? Oh, yeah, fuck this. I'm destroying this.
I think there was a certain point where a certain couple went to Paradise and they had 2 bottles of alcohol on the table. And then for a good 10-15 minutes, no one was drinking the alcohol. And I was getting very upset.
Right, yes.
I was getting very upset until they finally touched it.
I think I saw... That's what you're like, oh, that looks so good. I need Paradise right now.
Yeah, so my favorite character is alcohol.
That's the special guest and shit.
The goal is to try to get onto Paradise Island so that you can enjoy the luxuries and get to know the other person more openly.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I would say so, yeah. It's really awkward too, because it's really awkward when they're after the same chick. Oh, man.
But that leads to a lot of drama, though. That's the whole point.
Oh, I love it. It's so spicy. I'm like, ooh, boy, you're getting played. And I'm like, ooh, girl, she knows what she's doing. There's a little spice to it. That's my favorite part. Oh, I like it messy.
Drew you into it? Seeing the controversies among people vying for one person?
I didn't think I was getting emotionally invested into the characters, but I kind of did. So there were some people I did root for and some I just actually genuinely felt bad for. The good thing, I guess, is like your first impression will probably not be the same as your last impression.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'll give it to them for that. There was a little more substance.
That's pretty much it, right? And then it plays across 8 episodes. Okay. What I think we should first do is there are 5 men and there are 4 women. Instead of me trying to butcher my way through talking about these people with their actual Korean names, I thought it'd be a great idea for us to give them nicknames.
Yes, I totally agree with it, to make it easier and simulate.
Normally, we don't prepare anything for these episodes, but I think we spent more time thinking of nicknames for these people than we did actually watching the show.
Yeah. It's like when you see them on the screen, it's like, oh, it's that guy. That's all we're doing. We don't care what they're doing.
Because I am married and all these women are fatally unattractive to me.
Of course.
I will be giving the men nicknames and giving them grades, and you will be doing the same for the women.
Man, you are so wise.
Ladies first. Ladies first. How about you give them their Korean name, and then you give them a quick description, and then you finish it off with their actual nickname that we've decided on.
All right. So, first off, to start off the lineup, we have Kang So-yeon. You might know her as like the kind of the taller, and she has a little sun-kissed, skin color. She's not one of the...
She's a very sporty one.
Yeah, the sporty one. We're going to go Korean Ronda Rousey.
Korean Ronda Rousey.
Korean Ronda Rousey.
Perfect.
Baby. First of all, I hope you guys know who Ronda Rousey is. You know?
She was a former UFC fighter.
Yeah, she was like the first, like the pioneer of that.
Yep,
She was
yep.
destroying.
She may not have been the
wrecking.
first, but she was definitely the first premier woman UFC
Yeah, she
fighter.
was wrecking people, bro.
So we're gonna call this Korean.
Ronda
We're gonna
Rousey.
call her. We're gonna call her Korea Ronda.
Yeah, Korean Ronda.
Who's up next?
All right, so the next one is going to be Anya Won. We're going to bless her with the acronym GHK.
GHK. What does GHK stand for?
Let's go with generic hot Korean. You know?
We tried our best to find this particular woman a nickname based on her initial bio that she gave.
Right.
So generic.
Yes, and this is just like our first impressions.
We could not think of anything, but she is Korean and she is, in your eyes, not in my eyes, hot.
Yes. There you go.
So we'll call her generic hot Korean.
GHK.
Who's next?
The next one is, I feel like this was a lot of fan favorites, definitely a lot of the dudes' favorites. Songjia?
Songjia.
Yes. I was thinking we go with a RBF. For anyone that doesn't know what RBF is.
RBF means resting bitch face.
Yes.
This is not indicative of her personality.
No, none whatsoever.
But I think she even mentioned it early on that she has a very not
serious,
approachable,
kind of intimidating.
Basically a resting bitch face.
Like, yo, I ordered this dish and I am not happy. I'm going to send it back.
She pretty much gave up that vibe in the beginning.
Yes.
But she is a fan favorite. You're correct.
She is
on
a
that.
fan favorite. Yes, she is. Next up to bat, we got Shin Ji-yeon.
Shin Ji-young.
Yes, she also seems to be very popular amongst the male contestants.
Yeah, she has that very
Innocent.
likable,
Yeah.
innocent,
Pure. Girl next door kind of
girl
vibe.
next door school vibe.
She's like, to every guy, she's like, oh, my first love. Puppy love crush.
Exactly,
thing.
that kind of thing. We struggled with this
Yes.
because she gives off that very, very laid back, sweet, innocent high school vibe.
Yes.
What are we calling her?
Potentially underage. Yes, that's what we're going to go with. Also, another disclaimer. We personally do find these people very likable and nice. You know, this is just our first impressions. So please don't come in like pitchforks and shit and be like, yo, down with this podcast. Please, it's just a...
Discussion purposes, especially for our non-Koreans like myself,
Yes.
I think it's better to give them more... Is this racist to say more distinguishable names?
No, no, dude, it's not. It's fine. I like how you're like, is this racist? Distinguishable? No, it's not.
Because you as a Korean also said you kind of mixed up all their names. Just imagine how I would process their names in my head.
Well, I gotta say this, man. I'm probably like the least Korean you know. So I do struggle with Korean names. I even tell my friends that are like, hello Korean. I'm like, yo, can you just give yourself an American name so I can just call you that? They're like, oh, come on, yo.
Don't make them westernized just for your own purposes.
Exactly.
Like what we're trying to do now with these contestants.
We're not saying shit like, you know, we're not saying specific features, you know what I mean? Like, we're good, man.
Well, resting bitch face is a specific feature.
The RBF. We gotta say RBF.
Okay, let me get on to these gorgeous men.
Yeah. Yeah, you.
Surprisingly,
Walking on eggshell. These fucking beautiful, perfect, gorgeous Korean men. Oh, shit. All
okay,
right, man.
there are 5 men as
Yes.
opposed to the 4 women for whatever odd reason. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's not very equal opportunity
It's
here, I would say.
Darwinism, baby. Survival of the fittest.
I'm going to start off with one person. His name is, oh God,
You already said, oh, God.
do I have to say the, oh God, I do.
You gotta say it, bro.
If I say it really bad, please correct me.
Yes.
Our first contestant is Moon Se-hoon.
That was good. 10 out of 10, baby. I'll give you that.
Moon Se-hoon.
Yeah.
His bio initially was that he does a lot of house stuff. He's good at cleaning the house, cooking and everything. And
Yeah, I was gonna say more cooking, but yeah.
I very much vibe with that. So I'm going to call him house husband.
House husband.
We good with that?
Yes.
Next guy, someone that I didn't vibe with as much. His name is Oh Jin Tik.
Yeah, Jintek.
Jin Tik?
Not Jintek like TikTok. Jintek. Jintek.
Jin Tik.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
There you go, man.
Oh Jin Tik.
Oh, Jintek.
I didn't vibe with him very much in the beginning when he came down, when he gave his profile. Felt a bit like a douchebag to me.
Yeah, he gets strong. Hello, you know, D-bag vibes.
So I'm going to call him D-bag.
D-bag. I love it.
Just straight up D-bag.
Yeah.
Next guy is Choi Si-hun.
Sihun.
Si-hun?
Sihun, yeah.
Si-hun. Choi Si-hun. Based on what the other female contestants said,
fun.
said that he gave off very music idol vibes
Oh,
because he's very light skinned, very like
he has a hairstyle.
he's a hairstyle.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call him BTS bro,
Yeah, that's good. Yes.
not BTS, but
Yeah.
just BTS bro.
BTS bro.
And our last two contestants gave to me very similar vibes. They both are very, very fit. You know, they're all fit, right? All these contestants are fit, but these two last ones are very gym fit, very bulky.
I felt very fat watching this.
So I wanted to give them very similar names. I didn't just want to call them both gym bros.
Yeah.
Distinguish them a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta, not racist.
So the first one is Kim Hyung-jun.
Perfect.
He's a gym bro, but he will be designated tiny head gym bro.
Tiny head gym bro.
He has a very disproportionately small head.
Yes.
So he'll be tiny head gym bro.
Yes.
The other gym bro, Kim Jun-sik. Kim Jun-sik.
Yeah, you're doing good, man. You are doing very well.
He's also a gym bro, but he is very laid back. He didn't talk a lot in the beginning.
Quiet assassin.
So I'm going to call him low-key gym bro.
Yes.
So we got tiny head gym bro, and then we got low-key gym bro.
Yes.
And that completes the lineup of attractive Korean men.
Yeah, I hope that helps people. I think we did a really good job nailing this.
Did we?
I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out in the heat section.
I will post this lineup somewhere on social media. So if you're watching this and I've already posted, maybe you can pull this up and you can follow along with us. Also, I think their names are very indicative of their vibes.
Yeah, and
and you don't need to know exactly who they are for this conversation.
Yeah. By the way, just again for entertainment purposes only, we do like them.
I'm gonna put you on the spot, Ben. If you had to pick. If you yourself had to date one of these men or women, okay.
Yes.
Let's pick one man and one woman.
Yes.
Separately, of course. You can't date them both together. This is not polyamorous stuff. If you had to pick one man and one woman based on what you've saw so far, your first initial impressions, just the initial impressions, because I know you finished the whole season, so you know them very, very thoroughly.
The saga.
But just on your first impressions from the first couple episodes, if you had to pick one man and one woman, which one would it be?
Gio was one. Yeah, RBF.
That's who you're choosing as your potential female companion?
Yeah, dude, I'm actually, since you're asking me that now, oh shit, this is hard.
That's how they all felt.
Oh shit. Initially, if it was just like the first off the bat, it would have been Gia probably.
Gia? Why?
So.
Physical attractiveness?
Yeah, it's just going off like physical attractiveness, I would have. Yeah,
you weren't scared off by that resting bitch face?
I feel like I definitely got myself into that kind of stuff with this type of woman. So I already knew in my gut, like, Ben, boy, you're making a bad mistake, boy.
Fool me once, blah, blah, blah. Fool me twice, I'm back again. Yeah. I don't know, something like that.
Blah, blah, blah. Yes. Now, if I was a little Korean female looking out on the prowl, single and stuff, I was in K-Town, and I was just like, oh, look at these guys. Can I tell you who I would, if I had to choose between two for now?
Okay, fine.
I think it would be either Sehun.
Sehun is the house husband? Okay.
I think it's really cool. My house hubby will be able to like cook and shit.
You just want someone to take care of you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, he looks like he's a good provider.
You're trying to date a oppa.
You said an oppa, yeah.
Is that how this... I'm bringing my A-tier Korean game to it, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
So who's the other guy that you were debating between?
I don't want to go with the gym bros because they're going to make me feel self-conscious about my body.
Fine. So you're left with either BTS bro, Sehun, or D-Bag, aka Jintaek.
You know what it is? BTS bro, I wouldn't go because he's just too soft, bro. He's like a beta, I can't have too much beta. Once in a while.
You're looking for the alpha male.
I want the alpha, you know what I'm saying?
That's true. I would say most of them seem like alpha males except for Sehun.
He's just too soft, Like,
fine. You want a man to dominate you.
Yeah, I want the guy to dominate me, you know what I'm saying? Like, look me in the fucking eye and be like, I want that. I want that trouble. Let's go with D-Bag Jintaek, with my number one pick.
Really?
In K-Town. You're a little upset. Oh, okay. All right.
No, because you picked two very opposite males.
I did.
Sehun, house husband, and Jintaek, D-Bag, they seem initially like very opposite personalities.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, fine, that's cool.
All right. I know you're married. If you were, let's just say, single and whatever, who would you pick out of the...
Number one, there's definitely a language barrier. There's only so much of a conversation I can get through using the words soju and banchan.
Oh, shit. Yes. They do speak some English words sometimes, which I find cute sometimes.
I am... Once again, all these women are disgustingly ugly to me. I will start off with the very good-looking men.
Okay.
I'm going to say this is a fairly easy choice. I'm going to go with low-key gym bro, aka Junsik.
That's interesting. Please.
He's very laid back. He also knows how to cook. In the first couple episodes, he does some cooking in the back.
Yes, he does.
I feel like he's in good enough shape.
Yeah, he's in great shape.
Okay, fine. He's in great shape.
Yeah, he's in great shape.
And he's not overwhelmingly tall. like some of the other guys. Is this true?
He's not the most, I guess, physically overpowering. He is in very good shape. You just want someone to just enough, like
I want someone that I can
Little
talk
Red Riding
eye
Hood.
to eye with them without looking at their pecs.
I
don't want to talk eye to peck.
His perfectly sculpted nipples and shit. He's like sensitive but tough too. That's a good balance.
Going back to the not attractive women,
Ooh.
if I had to,
Yes.
in an alternate reality where Lingjie was single and he put on filters on his eyes.
If you had a gun to your head, like you're hanging upside down in a vat of acid, who would you have to?
I would pick So Young, aka Ronda Rousey.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, man. You know what's great about this? There's no wrong answer.
There is no wrong answer.
There's no wrong answer.
So Young
I like
is
her.
very athletic.
Yes,
I
she
like
is.
someone that can potentially, in an alternate universe, play sports with me outside.
she could do some batting practice with
Right.
you.
She is definitely the most fit and athletic of all the contestants here.
Yes, she is.
And she seems like she's the most mature of the group.
I like that.
Once again, only gun to my head though.
Gun to your head, faith of humanity, over a vat of acid. Kim Jong-un's just holding that button. It's like, you better pick or I'm pressing this red button, bro.
Exactly. Let's go into some of our broad thoughts.
Yep.
I think we've touched on some things that we thought was good about it.
Mm-hmm.
What's some things that you would say was bad?
What's bad about
And you
it?
can talk about the contestants or the concept of the show overall. But I would say that my biggest takeaway from this was I felt very ugly as a
Yeah.
as a
This show will definitely tap into your insecurities. It definitely will do that.
for both men and women, right?
Yeah, dude. Of course.
I'm not a big reality show fan, so I don't really
Yeah.
Tell me if you think it's a little bit different. When I watch Western shows or like when I see trailers of Western shows with a similar concept, where hot people trying to get together,
Yeah.
I don't really feel that insecurity. And once again, I'm not being really serious about this, but I'm just
okay.
trying to say that I don't
Yeah.
feel that as opposed to watching other Asian people that are
right.
very, very good looking.
You know what it
I
is,
think
though?
it hits a different nerve.
You know what it is, dude? There's a big difference. And the big one is that when you watch shit here, they have no regard for embarrassing or like ruining this person's life.
That's kind of true. It's whatever is the most entertaining gets shown.
Exactly. And I remember Survivor, right? I think that shit's still going on, dude.
Probably.
That island is just like, yo, you guys still coming back here? Like the natives are like, yo, what the fuck? They're still here and shit. Survivor was the first of its kind, right?
Mm-hmm.
What made Survivor really great was the backstabbings.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
yeah.
And I remember there was like one really iconic, I don't remember exactly, but there was a guy, he like played everyone perfectly and he ended up being the winner. And they're
Yeah.
like, oh, this guy's like a fucking serial killer. Or like Jersey Shore.
Oh, yeah.
It's
100%.
why did it sell? It's because there was so much violence.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of random sex, They say it's because I could never be like that. And the fact that there's people that actually conduct themselves this way, it's so fascinating.
What else was bad about this?
Singles Inferno.
What else is bad about Singles Inferno?
I still can't get over the fact. I know in Korea, this might be a little hot topic, a little hot gas. I was wondering how many of the contestants actually perform like plastic surgery. I don't know.
Well, plastic surgery culture in Korea is very normal.
It is.
It's widely accepted.
We were like the first country to kind of normalize it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's a graduation gift now. And I guess the other thing is America is also very normal with that kind of stuff. Or, the biggest socialites like the Kardashians.
I would say in America, it's also accepted, but it's not as commonly practiced. As opposed to Korea, from me, when I look at it, I think it's
Right.
both accepted and it's very common for someone to actually do the procedure.
It's talked about very openly, I noticed. That's the main thing, where in America, it's, it's hush-hush. It's the same idea with like steroid use.
Yeah.
With like males, bodybuilders or athletes. There's some people that will openly admit, hey, I am juicing. A lot of our actors that you see that get like really big for these roles and stuff, they're juicing.
Of all these contestants, would you say the majority, more than 50%, have some kind of plastic surgery?
Ooh, over-under game. I want to say...
no facts, because we haven't looked into this.
No facts. I want to say, yeah, at least 50%.
At least 50%?
Yeah.
Of the men too, you think?
I think some of these two did too. And you know what? Power to you if you do it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Whatever makes you feel good about yourself.
Yeah, it's just I just want to know, because like sometimes I'm looking at these guys' face, I'm like, man, their face is so perfect.
No surgery is a big thing, right?
No surgery, eyelid surgery.
Eyelid surgery to get a double eyelid.
Yeah. That's the thing. I noticed with Gia, and this is just me, but like I think one of her eyes are actually smaller than the other. So I'm like, oh, is she? I wonder how much of her is natural. She might be actually one of the few that didn't do too much.
Just because you see that imperfection on her.
Yeah, exactly. And some of these guys, I'm looking at them, God damn, you guys are fucking flawless, my man.
Very symmetrical faces.
Yo, too symmetrical. You know that thing you do with construction, the little bar that like balances it with the bubble and shit? It's like you could do that.
It's called a level.
Oh, that's all it is. Oh, fucking level. Just to fucking take the level, put it anywhere on their face, and it's like, look at this shit. It's perfectly aligned. Equilibrium, baby.
So you think it's bad in terms of that?
I think it's feeding into the narrative. That's just me, though. I don't know if it's like outside looking in.
Yeah, it's tough. I like we just said, I think whatever makes you on an individual basis happy. If you getting some form of plastic surgery makes you more confident in yourself, makes you more happy, makes you live a happier life, then I think more power to you. Who gives a shit what we think?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think what you're also trying to say is that because these idealized examples of what attractive is force normal people like us to reevaluate ourselves in a negative way, I think.
Right. Yeah. What about you, man? Do you have was this anything you noticed? You're like, oh, man.
Well, I will say that I initially really did not want to watch the show.
I know.
Like, I really didn't want to, but you talked me into it. It was your idea for the topic this week, so I just went along with it. I had to watch this at 1.5x speed. For those of you that don't know, a little inside tip for you, a little inside baseball. On Netflix, on the bottom right, there is a button with I think it's like a dial or something.
It is, yeah. It's like a timer.
You can watch stuff at faster than the normal pace. So initially, I watched this at the regular 1 pace. This is going on way too long. So I switched up to 1.5 speed. And at this point, it's unnatural, but it's fine. I needed to get through the content.
I remember when I first was like, pitching it to you. You're like, fuck, I sent you the trailer. You're like, what the fuck? And it was like, and then you're like, okay, I could tell like you're entertaining the idea. And I thought I lost you because then you asked, how long is this shit? It's only 8 episodes.
Yeah, but 8 1-hour episodes.
Yes.
I am not a reality TV kind of guy. So I've got a list of minor complaints.
Okay. All right.
And we'll just shotgun through them.
Yeah, let's shotgun.
The 2 gym bros, Tiny Head Gym Bro and Low Key Gym Bro, aka Hyungjun and Junsek.
Yeah.
In the first couple episodes, every time they went to the kitchen, and this is a kitchen that people had to go cook their own food. So the show themselves gave you miscellaneous ingredients, and then you, the contestants, had to cook your own food. Number one complaint these 2 gym rats kept saying is, there's no protein today.
Yeah.
Where's the protein? How come there's no protein?
I was thinking the same shit.
And I don't know if it's just translation. Maybe they meant meat, but the English translation was just protein, as if I want some amino acids or
like branch chain amino acids, BCAAs.
Very, very specific.
They were definitely freaking out. I was like, yo, my gains.
Next complaint I got, and feel free to shoot in if you think of any other complaints.
I love it, man.
Next complaint. Is it me, or did this feel like the show was sponsored by Iced Americanos?
Yo, I was thinking about that.
One of the various rewards for some of these things that the contestants had to do was they got to eat real food. And they kept getting rewarded with specifically iced Americanos.
Yes. I mean, Koreans love coffee.
That's true. It's part of the culture.
Yeah,
but is iced Americano a specifically big thing among Korean people?
I don't want to say that, but I think it's just because you're on like a deserted island with no air conditioning.
Okay, another complaint.
Another one, yeah.
Moon Se-yoon.
Yes.
Here's my thoughts on Moon Se-yoon, aka house husband. At certain points, I very much thought he was a serial killer.
Oh, I know what you mean. I can see that. Yo, I can see that shit.
And I'm sure the person who did the video editing played it up. But I was waiting for the twist.
Bro, he's going to murder someone here. He's going to go to the kitchen. He's going to grab something and then hide the body in like a kimchi jar and shit. He becomes like one of like the main protagonists, I feel, unexpectedly.
I wouldn't call him a protagonist. I would call him a antagonist because of that whole serial killer vibe.
When you finish it, I'm definitely going to ask you about it again,
okay, fine. At some point, someone said, oh, you do Secret Santa?
Right.
That makes you old. Are you over 30?
Yeah.
Yo, that kind of triggered me because I like Secret Santa.
This new gen.
This young hot. Not hot to me, but this young hot person thinks that playing Secret Santa is old.
Yeah, right?
Secret Santa is great. It's the greatest invention. It's nice on your wallet. And as a self-proclaimed minimalist, it's great on my minimalism.
Yeah, don't ruin a good thing.
You have any negatives, Ben?
You know what I thought was really funny? anytime they're flirting, it was so awkward for me. Like they would say something and then they would just bow. Do you notice that? A lot of bowing and clapping?
There's a lot of bowing on
and
the
clapping. I forget that's like a thing. Imagine like you just see me at a club or a bar. It's like, wow, you're really pretty. Oh. And I'm bowing and shit. You're like, oh, Ben's hitting on her. Ben's hitting on her, guys. All right, we got the signal and shit.
So you were not down with their more traditional way of flirting.
It's just funny. Oh, I guess you could get away with it if you do it that way. You know, I wonder if I could do that to like insult people too. It's like, God, you have the ugliest haircut. Like, and they're like, yo, what the fuck? Yeah, that's the one thing I noticed a lot of.
That does mean when you go to Korea and you have to flirt, your westernized flirting game would totally be too aggressive.
Oh yeah, maybe
too touchy.
Yeah, now you know. Make sure your bow game is strong. You know, your clap game.
One final complaint is Juntaek, his chest hair looked very artificial.
Yes.
Very specifically well-shaped.
You mean his fucking Iron Man fucking arc reactor shape shit?
Was that a bit weird?
Fucking Wolverine shit right there.
Do you think he had that implanted? Is that a form of plastic surgery, hair implants on your chest?
If anything, that's not new yet or that's not trending yet.
Well, you know what? I think Juntaek is going to be setting the new trend for that.
He's a good-looking guy. He is a good-looking, handsome guy, so I'll give him that. But he seems like just in general, like a hairy dude.
But the way that his specific chest hair was shaped, it was like the Superman symbol.
The Superman. You see him like in the island. He's like with like a razor. He's like, yo, I gotta get this shit on point. He's giving it shape up.
Hair does not grow that symmetrical on your chest for anybody.
I remember the contestants were making fun of him for it. Is that a piece of like, is that an animal? Is that seaweed on his chest, bro?
Good stuff. What did you like about it?
For most part, they were pretty polite as fuck. They're really nice people. I was like, oh shit.
Very wholesome.
I really enjoyed the hosts. The hosts were like a really big part of the show too.
Oh yeah,
they're funny.
Okay, so something that we failed to mention, while they're showing you what's going on the island, this show has commentary from 4 hosts. They're not judges per se; they're just hosts that sit on the couch and they're watching the same thing, and then they're giving their reactions and their thoughts on it.
I enjoyed it a lot. They're humorous. It was very lighthearted. That's what I liked about them.
Some of the good stuff I had was, number one, I was very much turned on by the alcohol.
Yo, dude, there's not that much alcohol, but I think just like
no.
You got a whiff, like
no.
You know that's because
you're not paying attention to the alcohol. You're distracted by the women.
Maybe.
So the alcohol game on the show was definitely on point.
They definitely showcased that very well.
If anyone doesn't get this, I cannot drink alcohol this year. Please refer back to our previous Asian drinking culture episode. So I'm very sensitive to when I see alcohol.
Send a video to Lingjie of you just downing a drink. Say cheers. You know, I was thinking too, man, if I was on the show, I was just picturing my body in like a bathing suit next to these people. I was like, oh my God, it would be so disgusting. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Even the least fit guys,
they still had abs.
House husband Si-young and BTS bro Si-hun, even them as the least fit among the group was still pretty fit.
I was going to say, I was like, what the fuck, guys? Yo, like, jeez.
It's just that when they stand next to these gym bros, they look much smaller than they probably are.
Yes. The protein.
They're not getting enough protein.
Not getting the protein.
They were not the ones complaining about protein.
No, yeah, they were.
I'm not sure if this is the same question again, but after completing the whole show without spoiling it, who is your favorite male and your favorite female character? Overall, who is the most entertaining for you?
I like Seun. I like Seun a lot.
Okay. Seun is
house hubby. Just because, without spoiling anything, he had like the most things going on. Dude, you'll see if you watch. I guess that's like the one silver line that you might want to kind of finish and see how the story ends.
Mm-hmm.
For the females, I ended up liking GHK, Anya One. Sorry, my bad. You're like shaking your head. Yo, my bad. Yo, I feel so bad today for this episode because like Lingjie's been looking so hard at like our, what do you call this shit? Diagram?
We have a cheat sheet full of their faces and their names.
Yeah, the map key and shit.
Oh my God.
He's like literally looking at the shit the whole time. He came and look at me. So my bad, dude. You did really great. You did fucking great, man.
Which woman was your favorite again?
The nicknames don't help you anyway.
Nicknames are not helping me. Your favorite female character at the end was
Anya One, GHK.
Generic hot Korean
girl. Yes, that one. And then you see her personality come out more, Anya One. So what about you, man? Who you picking?
Surprisingly, among the guys, the person that I called the D-bag, Jintik, he turned out to be my favorite.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a good choice too.
He had a lot more to his personality.
Yes, he does.
Than I first got the vibes from that first episode. When they first introduced him in the first episode, if I had to pick a woman, machine gun to my head.
In the middle of the desert, vultures surrounding you and shit.
My favorite at the end of it, generic hot Korean girl.
Oh, yeah. We got
An Ye-wong.
Gang.
Ye-wong.
Yes, Ye-won. Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. He's like looking back and forth, up and down, up and down.
I keep looking at this cheat sheet with their names.
Every time you repeat it, it's making you less confident about it. I noticed. But you're doing good, bro. It's solid.
It's fun. I'm glad the show exists because it just shows another side of Asian culture.
Yep.
The sexy, scandalous side of it.
Sexy, scandalous side. I just want to thank Lingjie, my partner, so much for going through the ringer with me on this one. I appreciate you, man.
This one episode better blow up because I wasted so much time watching this thing for Ben.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. Now I'm like actually nervous. Like, oh.
Moving on to our favorite segment of the podcast, ranting and raving. I'm not ranting about alcohol this week.
Oh, okay.
This is part rave, part rant.
Okay.
I love fucking notes. Specifically, what I mean is I love writing stuff down because I inherently nowadays have a very bad memory. So I write stuff down so that I can remember it later because I will be very open to say I do not trust myself to get something done for sure unless I write that crap down.
Yeah, you know like your strengths, your weaknesses. Like,
so fucking notes are the greatest thing. And the only thing that you have to remember is to look at the notes. You don't have to remember specifically what is on your notes. You just have to remember that every day I need to look at my notes. That's the only thing you have to fucking remember. So I'm raving about notes because they're great for productivity. I'm going to rant about notes because my fucking podcast host right here cannot for the life of him start using notes.
Well, yeah, what is that? You're always preaching that to me.
I'm always telling him that, we have certain things that we keep a list of and just to keep our thoughts organized and to keep stuff about the show organized. We share notes.
Yes.
At the same time, I tell Ben he needs to keep his own notes on certain things that he wants to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And he's always saying that. And he's like, I had something, but I forgot what it was.
You know what's funny? Like, how I carried like this book with me?
Holy shit. Ben has a physical notebook.
Yeah.
This is the other part that I totally forgot about. I love my digital notes on my phone because it's with me everywhere. But Ben is old school. He has a notebook.
I do. I carry this shit.
He carries around a notebook that he does not use.
Motherfucker, I use it. It's just...
Ben keeps the notes just for the aesthetics.
I look hella smart, so I go to like a coffee shop.
Ben likes the idea of who he is with the notebook, but he's not actually that person.
You'll see me licking my finger and turning the page with it.
Spreading that COVID.
Spreading that COVID.
Please step up your note game. It's very good for productivity.
It is.
What do you got?
It. So, talking about technology, right? There's this new thing now for anyone that takes the Long Island Railroad, I think the PATH train as well. They actually still have conductors on these trains, right? You buy these tickets and the dude comes by and he still click it, right?
He still punches your ticket.
Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. Yes, thank you. I was like clack. Wow. But now they have this thing where they want you to go digital, right? Mm-hmm. Get the fucking app. But I buy the shit on my phone. I activate it on the train. And then all of a sudden, next time I'm on it, I open that shit. It says, your account has been blocked.
Why was your account blocked?
So I fucking asked the conductor, I'm like, yo, what is this shit? I'm like our Asian parents that doesn't know how to use technology. I was like, oh, what is I'm like that. And then it's like, oh, you got to call them, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. I called them, lady, what's up? Like, what's going on?
Why was my account suspended?
Yeah, why are you blocking this shit? It's like, oh, well, it looks like you've been activating your ticket while on the train while it's moving. I'm like, yeah, duh, exactly. And she's like, no, what you're supposed to activate it before you get on, sir.
You're supposed to activate your digital ticket on your phone before you board the train.
Right.
Why?
Yo, dude, exactly. She's like, that way I don't know. Actually, I still don't know. Actually, she didn't give me a good enough reason. I was like, lady, what's the difference between me having the paper ticket and the dude clacking that shit? But because of that, it banned my account.
So now you're back to physical tickets?
I get it. Technology is supposed to make things easier. But yo, number one, it's making us dumber. It is. It's making us lazier. It makes people lazy.
I have mixed thoughts on that.
Okay.
I think you're just trying to justify to me some bullshit about why you're not using notes.
Dude,
and I'm not falling for it.
No, I'm
not falling for it.
I didn't even mention the notes. No.
I don't believe this rant so much. I'm going to cut you off right here.
Oh, come on. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that like
Ben hates the Long Island Railroad system.
no, wait, are you on my side or not?
I don't think you should have been banned, but you should still use notes. I hope you liked this episode. I tortured myself watching this. So please pause, go down to your podcast app, either Apple or Spotify, leave us a 5-star review. It takes 2 seconds. We would appreciate it. It helps with the algorithms.
Yep.
We are not a fan of the algorithms, but we play by their rules. So it is what it is. If you guys can pause and leave us a 5-star review, it would be greatly appreciated. And I'll feel better about having to binge this show.
You did it, man. Thank you, man.
Okay, guys. Next week, staying on the topic of hot-looking people and Asian dating. I'm not saying our guest is hot. I'm not saying our guest is hot.
You're trying so hard to like. It's hard because you're trying to compliment the guest and hype them up, but it's at the expense.
What I was trying to say is we're going to continue with the theme of dating. We're going to be talking about modern Asian dating.
Yes.
And I think everyone is tired of 2 Asian men talking about dating. So we're going to be bringing on a special guest.
We have a very special guest. We're very excited to have her. It's Miss International Philippines, Meride Leon. She does not like to be called Muriel. I learned that one time, and I paid the price. Stay tuned for that.
Everyone's tired of hearing 2 random Asian people talk about love. Because we have very little to say.
Our very version of it.
And specifically, they're tired of hearing a Korean person and a Chinese person talk about everything.
Yes. We're bringing more of like a diversified Asian perspective onto it.
Perfect.
So it's really exciting.
You said she doesn't like to be called Muriel?
Some people tend to mispronounce her name. And the worst thing you can do is say Muriel.
Okay, Muriel. We'll see you next week. Stay tuned, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
It'll be Ben, Lingjie, and Muriel.
Muriel.
Bye.
Thanks.